Wednesday afternoon. It's a theater afternoon here. Yes, we're talking about the Abbeville Opera House right here. Coming up, their new play. Yes. And it is Keep It on the Sunnyside. Boy, don't we wish we could all the time.
I wish I could,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm here with Michael Genevie. He is the executive director. And he brought along the star. She's been a star many times right there at the Abbeville Opera House and other places, too. Sarah Carter. No,
yeah,
MaryJane.
That's who she is. She's Sarah Carter.
That's right.
It's Friday night.
MaryJane Swygert. So how are you doing today, Sarah?
I'm doing well. I feel like maybe I have all the lines just about where they need to go.
That's a good sign. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Well, you're open Friday night now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is this Friday.
Yes.
8 o'clock.
And I just got my auto harp back yesterday.
I know, yeah. We had to get the auto harp tuned.
Sarah has to play an auto harp. She's going to play it, but she's going to be real kind to it.
She's real kind to it. She's going to make sure she doesn't run anybody out of the theater. Is that what you're saying? Yes.
She has more strings on the auto harp than the whole rest of the band together.
Well, Michael, it's always great to have you in studio here with us. We've had some call-ins in the last year, but how are things going over at the Abbeville Opera House?
Hey, we've been keeping busy. We've had a great summer. We opened with Same Time Next Year, and then we did Wait Until Dark. Two of the best shows I think we've done in a long time on the Opera House stage. And we're going to go out big, I think, and keep on the sunny side. It's a story of the Carter family, and so we've. It's a great story. I think we're going to get a lot of church groups and senior groups, a lot of tour groups in. So our matinees are filling up quickly, but we got lots of great seats for all of the evening shows. It's going to run all through August, so we hope people will make their plans and come out and see us.
Well, and this is kind of like the Sanders family.
Yeah, it is,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a cross between Hank Williams' Lost Highway, the Sanders Family, Always Patsy Cline. People like these country shows. There's so much.
I've noticed that. I've got a great Saturday morning show that people like.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. So it really popular. It originated at the Barter Theater in Virginia, written by a doctor who just was a patron of the theater. And just
you
thought
didn't have any experience
doing
this?
No, but it's a wonderful show, and it tells the great story of this family and the wonderful influence that they've had on country music throughout the years.
And this is like the beginning of the Carter family. Everybody thinks of June and Johnny, but they don't realize where did they get their information? Where did they get their songs? And this is where they got them.
Well, this is where Ma Carter is part of this. Mary Bell or what is
Maybelle, yes,
right?
But she was a part of A.P. Carter and Sarah Carter, and they toured the mountains, and A.P. Carter collected the songs and wrote songs and collected them, and then they passed them on, and that's one of the things we play. Please keep our music going, please. And so that's one of the important things about the place. They keep these old mountain songs going so that they'll be alive forever.
That is one of the things that I think when we talk about video and audio and everything is the fact that we're able to keep things alive from way in the past to the present. I mean, there's not another Gracie and Burns and Allen and all this, but you can go back and see those things, and those lines are classics.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day. I mean, we have access to so much information and so much history just with the click of a button now that we didn't have before.
Sure.
All the information. I heard about Mother Maybelle Carter because guitar players know she had a very unusual guitar playing style, and they have some things called the Maybelle lick, which is a certain strum or way of playing.
Right.
And I knew that she was, I'd heard her name. And then the only other thing I really knew about the Carter family was that June Carter married Johnny Cash. But A.P. and Sarah, their story, and that's what this play is really all about. MaryJane plays Sarah, and Paul Wooten plays A.P. And they get married. They have kind of a tumultuous relationship, and MaryJane kind of wants to stay home, and in many ways is forced to stay home, take care of the kids and the house and all of that, and he's going out, finding music, and they're making some really good money on radio.
Right.
And recording.
And that's one of the big issues between AP and Sarah.
Mm.
AP, he just can't settle down. I mean, this AP would be on Ritalin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's a cool thing that they talk about in the play, and for a lot of people who aren't familiar with the Carter family, we have a really short little film that opens the show with the top. It gives a little history and tells about the characters that they're going to see, and you actually see the real people in the film in a little short, little 3-minute piece. But AP's mother said when she was pregnant, a lightning bolt struck near her, and when he was born,
He was vibrating.
yeah, and he never stopped moving. Like MaryJane says in the play, you know, he hadn't sat down for 2 minutes since I've ever seen him. I mean, he's just a bundle of energy, kind of like you, Ann.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I pity him.
And he's just shaking. And he can't sit still. You know, when you try to get him in the recording studio, he might drop in because he's working on a car or something. And, you know, he's gotten all this together for the family to do. And he's out working on a car.
Sure.
And so, I mean,
There's a lot of comedy in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, it is a comedy.
Is it a musical?
And it's crammed. Oh, there's music.
Yes.
A lot of the songs may be new to people, but it's got things like "Church in the Wildwood" and just all kinds of things you'll recognize.
Wildwood Flower.
Wildwood Flower. A lot of gospel and country songs that you'll recognize. And then things like "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" that was a big hit for Elvis Presley. That's an A.P. Carter song.
And Elvis
So-
changed the tune.
Yes, he did.
He
And
changed that
talked-
tune.
AP has a thing, they say, you know, Elvis is doing one of your songs, Daddy. And he's going, well, he's not that guy that jumps around on the stage, is he? And they say, yeah. And he goes, well, at least there's one good song on the radio. So,
That's cool.
yeah,
That's
it
cool.
really, it's a great history of the Carter family, but it's fun. It's going to be very entertaining, and it's just chock full of music.
And
I have
all
no
the
idea.
harmonies.
Oh, man.
All those thirds. It's like, okay, what part are you gonna sing? And they just say, okay, let's pick a note, and it's gonna be in thirds, natural harmony, and it's fun. It's fun. You know,
So how hard was it for you to learn all this now, MJ?
Well, let me see.
I mean, we're still worried about Friday night at this moment. So how hard
Well,
was it?
honey, I'll be worried until it is.
She'll be worried through Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh. No, it's the words are the songs you know the songs, you don't know the words because some
You know
some
the
of them
tunes,
tend to
yeah.
be wordy.
Right.
But you know, I started listening to it about 3 months ago, and the group that sing the thing would come over to my mama's house, and we'd sit in the living room and just pick it out and sing them and stuff like that. And that was like a lot
That,
of
I
fun.
think, is one of the things that makes it so much like Smoke on the Mountain. You don't want to just cast some people together and try to throw this family together in a 2-week period of time, because they were singing together all their lives, and you want
Right.
to try to get that. So they started actually rehearsing music and
Months
working the
ago.
harmonies before Lisa and I started working on Same Time Next Year, which was the opening show.
Wow.
And this is the closing show. But they would meet like, what, once a week, I guess you guys
Once
got
a week,
together?
how about
Oh,
Uno
3
does
times
Trace.
a week. Oh, man. Well, that's good. Yeah, so, I mean, the music is absolutely incredible. The harmonies are beautiful.
Now I understand you play a guitar in the Michael. You play
I
a
try.
guitar.
I'm trying.
You're
my
trying?
best. Yeah.
I'm a trying, Ann. I'm
trying.
a trying. I'm gonna
I'm
do
trying.
it now.
Yeah, I love it. We've got Kayla Wells plays the fiddle and the mandolin, and I
She's
play the
great.
guitar. And Paul, our musical director, is also playing AP, and he plays guitar. And MaryJane's playing the auto harp. So, and I
So
kept
this is
going,
all
why don't
live
we have
music?
Oh yeah, it's all yeah.
All live.
It's crammed full of
Okay.
live music.
MJ just crossed her chest
yeah.
here. She hopes it's going to be live.
I'm trying to play an hour of heart.
Yes, but and that's so much fun. I mean, it really is. But it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work,
Yeah.
absolutely, to put that together. Hey, we're here with Michael, Genevieve, and MJ, MaryJane Swygert. She plays the lead role. She plays Sarah Carter in the Keep It on the Sunny Side. We're going to keep it on the sunny side, but first we're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Don't you go away. Oh, that's right. We're right back here. I'm here at Sharp Facets Gallery. I have a dynamic duo with us here this afternoon. MaryJane Swygert.
She's Robin. And I'm Batman.
Now, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm Catwoman.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Oh, I should have thought of
I just
Catwoman. I didn't
changed
even
my
think of
part.
that.
Okay. Yes, she does. She's got a long black hair here. I tell you what, she's getting ready for her opening night, Friday night. So when is the dress rehearsal?
In just about 15 minutes after we leave
Okay,
here. Yeah.
all right. So you're doing the dress rehearsal tonight,
Yeah,
right?
we are.
Yeah,
as a
that's
matter
right.
of fact.
So make sure that you put this on your calendar. Now, if people want to see about getting tickets, just so we don't lose focus here.
Mhm.
How do they go about getting their tickets?
They just call the box office. It's 366-2157. There's a live person there as opposed
live
to a dead
person?
one.
Yes.
Monday through Friday between 10 and 2, but you can call anytime and leave a message. And like I said, we've got some great seats. They're $20 for adults, $18 for seniors, and $10 for students from kindergarten to college. It's going to be a great show. So
Now,
we
is
hope
this
to pack the house.
child-friendly
Yes,
show?
it is. I think it is. And it's
Yeah.
got some
It
just
is
wonderful
a
music. I think they'll have fun. We've got a gorgeous set. We've got a mountain and trees in the exterior of the
And
Carter
fog,
family house.
and fog.
Yeah, Jimmy
And
Burdett.
fog.
He's known for, he likes to put lots of stuff in the show. Yeah, he's a fog guy.
Okay.
I feel like we're doing Phantom of the Opera sometimes when
Yeah.
we're up there.
All right, well, that sounds good. So that starts this weekend and goes all the way to the end of the month, every weekend.
It does. It's
That's
going to
a
be a
long
long
run.
run. It is for us, really, but we knew this show would probably sell better. The first show was a two-person show, and so we were expecting smaller attendance for that. And then, of course, everybody loves the mysteries, so we had to wait until dark. But we knew a story like this and a new play that
It's only 4 or
it's
5
got
years old, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just, and this may be, to my knowledge, only the third production of this show anywhere.
Outside
So
of its
it's a new
original, yeah.
show, but it's music and songs that people will recognize. So that's really what makes it great, and that's what people like to see. I think that's why there's such a popularity with things like Hank Williams and Patsy Cline. Even though they may not have seen the show, everybody knows who Patsy Cline is. And they know all the
Absolutely.
music, and they know Hank Williams and all the music. And same thing with the Carter family. They've got an incredible following.
And the church groups, a lot of times remember the Sanders family, which were the
Exactly.
4, 3
Yeah, see,
incarnations
MaryJane
of
and I
them.
did the Sanders
And we did-
family
and
together.
It's that
Many
country
Yeah.
blend,
And the actors play the
natural
instruments,
harmonies,
and yeah.
and it's you don't have to fear about bringing anybody. Oh, what's going to happen? There is just good old time.
Yeah,
Get
it's a
your
great,
fiddle out and
a
start.
great family
Yep.
show. It really
And
is.
keep it on the sunny side.
Keep
Yeah,
it.
There you
we
go.
keep it
Keep
light.
it-
We were trying to figure out, MaryJane and I are trying to figure out how many shows we've done together over the years, and it's like way beyond. It's a number more than either one of us.
We
can
can't
count.
even count.
Yeah.
So
no.
that's why you're keeping
course-
it in the family here, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Of
Yeah.
course, I'm the
Family.
younger looking one.
Yeah, okay.
Only because she has a black wig on. Yeah.
Mike,
And I thin my hair. I try to make it look
well, you
that.
look like you've
As a
got a
director.
little, I think you've got some color going on in your
Yeah,
hair.
Yeah,
I
just
do.
a
That's from
touch,
the last
just a
two
touch.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I put the white in.
You put the
I
white
put
in?
the white in, and
You-
this is the natural.
Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, Michael. I didn't realize that.
Have some more water.
Yeah, right. Now, Michael, just about who else is in the cast? You've got a great cast put together here.
Gail, but we've got them coming from all over the upstate in this show. I mean, and lots of new faces for the Opera House, which is great. We love that when Jimmy comes to do a show. He has a whole group of really talented actors and singers. Gail Brown plays Mother Maybelle Carter, and Natalie Hill is Jeanette Carter.
She's my daughter.
Yeah, MaryJane's daughter. And of course, MaryJane is Sarah. And then we've got Dave DiGeronimo, hysterically funny, playing Mr. Peer. He's like a Yankee radio station owner who or actually recording studio owner where they come in to make some records and stuff. It's just hysterically funny scene. Claire Duffel, she's Mr. Peer's assistant. Paul Wooten plays AP. Sarah's husband in the show. He's just doing a great job. What a great voice he has. He sung professionally in Myrtle Beach for a number of years and lives in Anderson now. And a great guitar player and just a beautiful voice, perfect for the role of AP Carter. And then Jimmy Burdett, who's directing the show. He's doing double duty on this thing, and he's playing F. Carter as well. We got a guy named Gary Gentry who's making his debut at the Opera House on the Opera House stage, and he's playing Preacher Bill. We've got Lanny McKay, who's playing the guy who invents the rejuvenation.
Don't give it
Is
away.
I don't know whether you think that comes in liquid form. I don't know what it
We're
is.
not
but
gonna give any of that away.
Lanny McKay's Dr. Brinkley, and then Kayla Wells plays the fiddle and the mandolin, and I'm up there on the guitar. And so, I mean, we've got a great cast, and a huge cast, really.
Well, you know, one of the things that I was just thinking, you've got people coming from good distance away. It's not like just everybody that lives in Abbeville, and that's hard to put together.
MaryJane's, she travels, and Lisa, they're in shows all the time at the Opera House, and it's an hour and 10 minutes just to get to the theater for them.
Actually,
several
it's
of these
not only
people,
Greenwood.
he or something, he's an hour and a half away.
So, I
for
mean, you got to make a
rehearsals
real
and-
commitment.
Oh,
to do the
absolutely.
show. That's
And
what
then you're
my
running
point.
it for a month,
Right.
too. So, yeah. But it's fun. A lot of people this is going to be our 106th season coming up at
106.
the Abbeville Opera House. So it's just a great space to perform, and it's just a really special place.
And these people that come that have never been to that.
Yeah.
Operas, you almost have to have a night where they can just sit down and look at the place before they have to
Yeah,
get
they all
up on
want to walk
stage.
around. They want to check the dressing rooms
Yeah, 'cause
out.
it's unreal.
It's fun. You watch them, especially it's a new actor and he's never been there. If he's coming to audition or, in this case, coming in to do one of the summer shows, they walk down the steps to come in, and then when they walk around,
Then you see
can
their
just
eyes.
see the expression on their face of, wow, I didn't
I'm
expect
gonna be-
this
I
in
could be on
Abbeville,
this.
South Carolina. Yeah.
I could be on this stage. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I
It's
think
awesome. It is, awesome is
It is
for
a special
everything,
place, yeah.
but awesome fits.
Mm-hmm.
That fits
Awesome
the bill. on
fits
this
the Opera House. Yeah, we really it's got a great family feel. We use a lot of the same actors over and over again, and that's just I love it.
I think one of the things though that in Greenwood, when something's in your backyard, sometimes you forget that it's
Yeah.
right there in your
Oh, yeah.
backyard, and
There
people
are
will
so
come
many
from so
people,
far
even
away.
in Abbeville, who have never stepped foot in the Opera
It's
House.
amazing.
And
It's
in
a shame.
Greenwood.
It's a shame, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the Opera House was built for what it does. Never has done anything. That's what
Right.
it does.
Yeah. Wasn't it built for people traveling through, and it was a stopover
Right. Yeah,
location?
the
Is that
vaudeville
right?
circuit, one of the big ones from Richmond, Virginia to Atlanta. And they were coming through town for about 20 years, and that's when the community said, if we had a facility, we could sponsor all these big vaudeville shows. From 1908 on, every major road company out of New York performed at one time or another at the Abbeville Opera House.
And 1908. That's
right.
when AP and Sarah.
Oh, that's
Man,
right.
is that not unreal?
That's right.
Yeah.
How about that?
So they could have traveled down
that's
to
your
the
birthday,
Opera
too,
House.
1908.
1908, yeah.
MaryJane's, yeah.
Wait a
She's a
minute.
few years older than
Yeah,
that.
She's
Well,
very
I'll
well
get- I'll
preserved.
She
get-
is,
She's
yeah.
marvelous, Dolly.
You know the stage
I'll
actress.
get even with you later.
Yeah, okay.
That's right. And I can tell a little of that country twang coming
Yeah,
out
oh,
there
that's
now,
right,
MaryJane.
Yeah.
Because she's talking like that in the show.
Well, when you do a show, you tend to just take on that.
Yes.
You just tend to take on that character.
That was
And
MaryJane,
so-
too.
Yeah, I think that was Gracie, yeah.
Oh.
So my mother said last week, "Are you just going to continue talking like that?"
You will if we go right back into Patsy
Right,
Cline.
right, there you go.
We've been talking about Hello Dolly, though, so you might have
Now
to,
that
you
would
might
be
have
a
to become a
little
little more New
We'll
Yorky.
lose some
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
lose it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We're here with Executive Director Michael Genevie and MaryJane Swygert, who plays Sarah Carter. So it's a question, is it Sarah Carter as MaryJane Swygert, or is it MaryJane Swygert as Sarah Carter? Hey, you figure it out.
That's
We are
right.
going to hear South Carolina Radio News, a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Arg, are you a pirate or a pack rat? Do you have a vacation of a lifetime sitting in the attic? Or a college tuition hung on a wall? Or is a fabulous retirement hidden in your jewelry box? Bring those items to Sharp Facets Gallery. We can establish value and buy from you or sell for you. And so ends another chapter at Sharp Facets Gallery, 72 Bypass, and on the web, sharpfacets.com.
Oh, that's right. We're right back here. It's Wednesday afternoon. There's going to be a dress rehearsal over there at the Abbeville Opera House as they get ready for Keep It on the Sunnyside, right? The songs and stories of the original Carter family. Now, that's very interesting because a lot of people will think it's about Johnny and June Cash.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I
And
think that's why the title has the original Carter family in there.
And so, where does June come in here in the family? Where does she come from?
Maybelle, okay, in the lead characters in this show are AP, and he's married to Sarah, and Maybelle is Sarah's first cousin, and she marries AP's younger brother. And through Maybelle, we have the Carter family, June Carter, who of course married
Okay.
Johnny. But they're the ones.
So you're June's aunt.
Cousin.
Okay, yeah, cousin.
But it's
Cousin.
like people think that this is where the music started. It did not start. It started. This is taking you back to where
The
did
20s.
this music come from?
Mm-hmm.
Takes it back to the
1912, like
yeah.
World War One, and it introduced. A.P. Carter. He has this. He can't sit still. He can't. All he does is collect these country songs and writes country songs. And from this body of music comes, June Carter and Johnny Cash, because they come through the family. But they did not start.
So people need to understand this is pre.
Listen to your parents.
This is
That's
pre.
what-
Right, and it goes up through Elvis in the 50s and 60s too. But and the Carter family established a foundation in their home state of Virginia too, and to preserve country music and the sound that is so unique that.
Well, old
fiddle
gospel
play.
music.
Yeah.
Old gospel music is the best.
Oh,
I'm
man,
telling you.
yeah.
It really
And
is.
all the classics are in here. I mean, you're going to recognize all of those great old.
And you don't have all the stuff that modern technology does to a voice, which makes a voice not sound like
Oh,
an
sure.
original voice. It's just 3 or 4 people getting there with a guitar, auto harp, fiddle, and the sound
Just
that comes
pure
out is
music.
pure music.
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
that's it.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people like my Trash to Treasures, because it's old classic country. It's not that modern stuff that has all the technology to it. So it is going on at the Abbeville Opera House. Now, you're working with the Belmont?
Oh yeah, you can get theater packages with the Belmont Inn. You can spend the night and have dinner and see the show there, or you can just go and have dinner at the Belmont and get a ticket to the show at the Opera House. And we also have about 5 or 6 bed and breakfasts in Abbeville. So if you want to make a weekend of it, it's great for out of towners as well. And then of course the Village Grill is there. We've got all kinds of Natty's on Trinity and all kinds of great restaurants. So you can come over and have dinner and see a show. And
When you get tired of saying, where are we going to eat tonight, right? We're gonna eat
Exactly.
right here in Greenwood. Okay, what are our choices? And, sometimes I say this, I don't care. Well, where is that restaurant anyways?
Yeah.
I think that's a great name for a restaurant. But you should go over there to Abbeville and check out the restaurants over there.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's just an experience. The minute you pull in on the square, we got all the antique gift and curio shops, and so you can do a little shopping. And the curtain time's at 8 o'clock, and this show will have you out by 10:20 or 10:30 at night, and we have 3 o'clock matinees on Saturday. So
But if you
give us a
want to
call.
get into the matinees, you got to go ahead and book it now.
Yeah, call now for the matinees because they
And
are
what number
going
do they
quickly.
call?
It's 366-2157. We've got great seats for the evening shows, but give us a call. We'd love for you to come check out the Opera House and this particular play, Keep on the Sunnyside.
Now, Michael, how long have you been at the Opera House? When did you actually become the executive director? I mean, you were actually doing theater in the round, you were traveling around, and you found,
Yeah.
we ought to just give them the short version of how this all happened.
Yeah, I was born in the house that
Yeah.
my no.
There we go. I said
Yeah.
the short version, Michael.
This is my 36th summer season
Wow.
at the Opera House. So I came there a long time ago just to do the summer. That's what I thought, and then ended up staying year round. So I honestly don't remember how long I've been there doing the winter and the summer season together, but probably 27, 28 years of year round, and 36 is when I started.
And you used to travel around. You had
We
you had
sell
gigs all
package
around
plays
the
to
state.
dinner theaters and resorts and country clubs, and performed all over the place. And George Settles at the time, who was the development board in Abbeville and the creator of the Abbeville Community Theater, and really instrumental in saving the Abbeville Opera House from being torn down. He saw us performing. I think we can't remember, George or I, neither one could remember this, but we think it was either Amelia Island or Hilton Head or someplace like that. and he said, "I've got a theater in Abbeville. You need to come check this out." So he gave us his business card, and it was probably a year later. We were near enough that we came by and looked at the place, and just like everybody else who walks down those steps, when we walked in, we said, "Oh man, this is so great." You know, used to doing barn dinner theaters and that kind of thing, and when we walked in, we came and started the first summer theater season that next summer, and then that has grown and developed into 36.
And the rest is history.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
There you go. Now, also, you, just for some other things that are going on, you've got a children's theater, not children's theater, a theater camp. You've had theater academy.
This is the first summer we've ever done theater camps.
Okay.
We had 4 of them over the course of the summer. They were incredibly successful. So now our youth theater, it's under the direction of Ryan Hewitt. Mary Evan Giles was one of the instructors. We have the Abbeville Opera House Youth Theater Academy, and they're going to be offering classes that are going to start in September.
Okay.
They're 10-week programs. We've got all kinds of different classes that you can sign up for. They're starting, I think, and they're all done after school. For different age groups. It goes from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. But they've got something called a beginning triple threat workshop where they'll be teaching singing and dancing and acting, and then they've got a Broadway triple threat workshop, and they've got movement for the stage and scene study classes and just
So
all kinds of things. So if you're interested, you can give us a call. Same number, 366-2157. If you go to theabbevilleoperahouse.com, there's all kinds of information. Just click on the little youth theater tab, and it describes all the classes that they're going to be offering and what they do and how much they cost. And we do have a variety of scholarships available too for students. So and like I said, they're going to start. It'll start with the school year, but they're going to start in early September, and they're going to go all the way through next spring. We've got several really big youth theater productions that we're planning to do this year, as well as all of our regular mainstay shows.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about a little bit about what's coming up in the fall and winter season, and maybe a couple other things. But we are talking about Keep on the Sunnyside, the songs and story of the original Carter family. It's going to be over at the Abbeville Opera House. It opens this Friday. It's Friday and Saturday, and then the next weekend, and then the next weekend, and then the last weekend. Hey, we'll be right back. Don't you go away. Oh, that's right. We're right back here. Yes, we are being on the sunny side this afternoon. The songs and stories of the original Carter family. It starts this Friday, and MaryJane Swygert, a.k.a. Sarah Carter, is in the building with us this afternoon. Sarah, MaryJane, yes. You have done a lot of acting and traveling and doing all kinds of stuff, haven't you?
As Sarah would say, I sure have.
You sure have.
Yeah, my first appearance in the Opera House was like 1971. I was at Erskine, and we were doing George M. And I came to audition, and George Suttles was there, the original George M. And I played George M's little sister, and that's the first time ever. But it was 1971. I think I got about everybody beat there.
Well, what have you done other than at the Abbeville Opera House?
Well, I've done a lot of plays throughout the area, and then I had the opportunity I moved to Florida, and I started working with a dinner theater, and so I had the opportunity to be selected and get to work on cruise ships back in their not anything
before
like the
they
ones
broke
now.
down all the time.
You better be quiet. Before they sunk.
Yeah.
No, it was just like in the 70s, and so I did that for about 6 years, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful memory. We had wonderful times. We went to many, many places, but then I told my mother, I said, Mama, I think I need to come home because I want to see some magnets on the refrigerator door, and I don't get that.
Well, those are great memories and whatnot that you have. So, And now you do mainly theater, Abbeville, and other places around?
Well, I have done, Clemson and stuff like that, but mostly it's going to
We
be on
consider the
Opera
Opera House our home. Yeah.
I live under the
That's
stage.
right. Yeah, she lives
The
there.
stage.
That's right.
Yeah, I was, Jim Bohannon was on my show this morning. He's a national talk show host, and he was talking to somebody who had written a book. I just got to tell this little story about Van Halen, the group Van Halen.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, they were talking about all the wild and crazy things they did. Well, one of the things that was really interesting that he just talked about living underneath the theater. Where it was possible, underneath the theater, they would actually set up a living room right underneath the theater. And they would have the girls and the strippers and whatnot. And when one guy was playing a long set, like, Van Halen could, some of the guys would sneak off and go down and enjoy themselves in the living room.
In the living room down
supper
underneath.
time!
Yeah.
Supper time!
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Well, we can't talk about any of the things that we've done at the opera.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Well, see, I knew there'd be a story there.
Yeah. She's a prying news reporter here.
There you go. All right. Well, interesting stuff to be talking about here today. We are with MaryJane Swygert and with the one and only Michael Genevie. Now, Michael, you're still teaching over at Presbyterian?
I am. I start on August 25th again.
August 25th.
And also at Erskine. And we've got a great season of shows lined up, so it's going to be a busy fall for us at the Opera House.
That's right. And you had a hip replaced.
I did. I have a
remember
brand new hip.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're really hip now, aren't you?
I am hip. I'm going to get the other one done, get my knees, my elbow. I'm going to get everything titanium.
Every
that I can
nook
get.
and cranny.
Yeah, everything I can find.
And, I saw you hobbling around there for a while. How you doing now?
Yeah, I don't hobble anymore. I love it. I should have had this done a long time ago.
Well, that's
It's great.
Excellent.
Mhm.
But now, fall and winter season, what are we going to be doing for that?
Hey, we're going to kick things off in early September, I think September 12th, with Cinderella. One of the original Cinderellas, the Grimm's fairy tale. There's a popular story from France. And we're going to do that. It's almost 100 years old. And that's going to open the winter season. And then we're going to have a big change of direction. We're doing Carrie the Musical. And it's going to be running in October and November.
Halloween.
Over Halloween, yeah. We were talking about a midnight show on Halloween, trying to get the audience to come dressed up. And it's a great, scary show. And we've got all kinds of magic planned for that.
And it's the musical.
And it's the
Who knew?
musical,
Who
that's
knew?
right.
Who knew?
Kind of, yeah, really. It's got some great songs in it.
Wow,
So it's
very
it's
good.
good. And then we're doing for the Opera House. It's a new Agatha Christie. We've never done The Spider's Web before, but it's an Agatha Christie mystery, and those are always popular with our audiences at the Opera House. That's going to be in February.
Okay.
And then next spring, we've got a brand new comedy called Unnecessary Farce that's hysterically funny. We thought it'd be a great spring show. And then we're going to close the 106th winter season with a new version of Treasure Island that Ken Ludwig wrote. And that's going to be directed by Ryan Hewitt. So, and it's a great pirate story. So I think we've got an exciting season planned. And we got season tickets on sale now, and they're available in a variety of membership categories. You get all kinds of little perks there, like free concessions and things like that. And you can get season memberships over the phone by just calling us at the box office and asking for it. Or you can, if you come to the show during the intermission, stop by and get an application and mail it in. So we try to make it really easy on everybody, and just come over and become a season ticket holder at the Abbeville Opera House.
Hey, you've done some pretty expensive upgrades, too. Didn't you put a new roof on the place?
Yeah, we just got the second phase. We have a third phase of that roof that will go over the stage itself. But we have the front part of the Opera House for the lobby and the box office and all of that. That happened 2 years ago. Then we just finished over the auditorium just this year. Each one of them cost, $450,000.
Wow.
Each section. So we have one more section, and then we'll have a whole new roof. And of course, all of our dressing rooms have been put back to their original turn-of-the-century condition, and the balcony's been restored. And we have a new concessions area just for our season ticket holders now.
Oh, a
which
special, like
yeah,
a
a little
special
special
green
area.
room?
Yeah, they've got, you go one side of the balcony, and that's the common, the little deal.
Commons, yes.
And then on the other side of the balcony, if you have a season ticket, then you go over there and you get complimentary concessions and things. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So always something new going on over there at the Abbeville Opera House. Now, one of the things that I know was a real hurt over there was David Eller. He had been so much part of the theater. And
Oh, such a big part of the Opera House. David and MaryJane performed together in more shows than I can count, and he just did so many great plays.
He was my leading man, always, and in this play, sometimes I have trouble even talking about it. I get teary-eyed.
no.
But in this play, I am playing his auto harp.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Wow.
we're using his auto harp.
Auto harp.
And yeah, we did. He and I did Greater Tuna together recently, and then he did so many summer shows. But and then we were all in Smoke on the Mountain together.
Yeah,
but
he
we're
was
dedicating this production to him. And
Wow.
so in the opening, after the film of the Carter family comes up, then a little in memory of will come up with his picture and all of that. So yeah,
That's
we really do miss him.
I'm feeling
over there.
that.
Well, he did so much behind the scenes too. He was on our board of governors for a number of years, and he was always there to help build sets and not only just be on stage. Everybody remembered him as an actor, but he did everything. And yeah, we miss him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I think that's nice that that's going to be in memory of him this
Yes.
time. Yes, that's great. All right, so it's the Abbeville Opera House. We are finishing with Keep on the Sunnyside, the songs and stories of the original Carter family. You shouldn't miss it. It's a musical. It's a musical comedy? No, it's musical.
It's a musical, but yeah, they're funny parts, they're touching parts. It's just, I wouldn't call it a musical. They're doing these dramedies. I don't know who came up with that word.
Dramedy.
Dramedy, but it is. It's a nice mixture. I mean, you'll have a great time. And it's a great family show. So I think, everybody will enjoy it. We want them to come out. Friday night, 8 o'clock.
I know.
Opening night. Are you going to be ready?
gonna know your lines Friday
if the
night?
Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise.
MaryJane, what do you like best about playing country artists? You played Patsy Cline, now you're playing Sarah Carter. I mean, what do you like best about it?
I was basically raised on a dairy farm, and there's lines that I say that I've heard my grandmama say, my granddaddy say. So, every time I do one of those, I feel like I'm just doing how I've been raised up. I've been raised up, but it's this is a great one. It's got. I mean, I have to just. There are a few things that are so sentimental. I said I'm gonna have to just take some kind of pen and just push it into me so I won't cry.
So you won't cry?
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing I love about working with MaryJane, every actor has a different approach.
This is gonna be good.
No, seriously, they have different ways of approaching a role, but she always approaches her characters usually from the look. She'll do all the research, she'll find out about the character, and then she decides what that person wants to look like. What's their hair going to be like?
And that's the most important is the hair, right?
The hair is always important, yeah.
Okay.
And the clothes and the costumes and the physicalization, the outside.
Right.
And it's amazing to watch the process.
The
that
transformation.
she goes through. Yeah.
The
And she really
transformation.
makes incredible transformations in all the different roles that she does.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
That's
You want me to
part of
have
$20
you want
if
me
you
to
give
help
her
you
that
make a
$20.
transformation?
Now, what did you major at in college?
Well, I went to
Transformation.
Transformations, okay.
I-
Reformations,
Yeah.
there you go, Erskine.
Affirmations.
Yeah, there you go,
Reformations.
Erskine, yep.
Yeah.
Well, back in the dark days, I went to Erskine College, and I did minor in music. But I think I scared the music professor off.
You scared a lot of people.
He left Erskine?
I think I did.
She scares me off a lot.
I was not in the mood at that time of my life to do opera.
Okay.
Oh, she's got a great opera. I mean, she's a great soprano. Gosh.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting ready to
Let
go
me
into
let me
dress
check my
rehearsal.
wallet.
Yeah, that's another
You're, you're getting ready to go into dress rehearsal, so
We are.
I want you in
We're heading
good
over
shape
there. That's
here, right?
right.
Yes, there you go. All right, Gracie's getting a little excited with all the excitement. It is going to be exciting. It opens Friday night, and you need to go ahead and call for tickets Well, there won't be anybody there now, right?
No, but they can
They
leave
have
their
it
name
in
on the message, and we'll call them right back tomorrow morning.
Okay, 366-2157. And if I remember correctly, Michael, you always tell me there's somebody all day long on Fridays there.
Yes,
That's
we'll be
right.
there from 10 o'clock all the way up to curtain time.
That's right. So make sure you put this on your list of a must-see. Keep it on the Sunnyside. MaryJane Swygert is a real professional. They got a great cast, and they came from all over to put this together. Shouldn't you go over there and see what they're doing? I think you should. Hey, this is WCRS right here in Greenwood. I want to thank Michael for coming, and MaryJane, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having
Gracie.
me.
And Gracie says, get off the phone.
Yeah.
Get off the phone here.